but before we go, I want to just get your thoughts on the upcoming mega fight over in Clash on the Dunes in Saudi Arabia. Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz, Part 2. Ruiz is a minus 250 favorite to plus 195 on, Joshua's a minus 250 favorite. Ruiz is plus 195 with an over-under 7.5 rounds. Obviously, Ruiz got the knockout in the first fight at Madison Square Garden. Actually, Rob and I were there ringside. Awesome fight, highly entertaining. I'm looking forward to this one. What are you looking for in this one, and what do you think?
It's definitely interesting. First thing is, share with our audience, right? You and me talking right now. What do you think's more interest? The Fury Wilder fight or the Joshua Ruiz? They're both rematches. It's a fair question.
In my opinion, I think that Fury Wilder has much more potential for a bigger audience. That's just I can't tell you why. I just off the top of my head, I think that Fury Wilder gets a bigger audience, is a bigger draw.
You know, I might disagree with you. I don't know. I might think there's more interest in the Joshua Ruiz. There's something about, this kid Ruiz, he hasn't finished writing his story yet. You know, this is a Mexican-American, became the first Mexican-American heavyweight champ ever. This is a kid who was overweight. Like I said it, I'm not afraid to say it again. I said it on the ESPN Sports Center after the fight, you know. It was the thing it struck me right away. Kidding around, you know. I give him all the credit in the world, but I said that he just set back physical training 100 years. You know, here's a guy that really, doesn't look like what you want to see when you see the heavyweight champ that you think you're going to see. You're not mixing him up with the statue of Adonis. Right? And I don't think so. And he goes in there and he wins that. Well, against the guy who does look like Adonis, by the way.
Yeah.
Talk about can't judge a book by the cover. So I think that he is the prototypical underdog story. We talked about Rocky earlier. He is Rocky personified. When you talk about an underdog, you're talking about Ruiz. The look, he took the fight on quick notice, as a replacement. He was supposed to have no chance at all to win this fight. His promoter, Top Rank, had dropped him, like you just talked about. Golden Boy dropped Concio after the fight. He lost the fight. I think it was to Parker, and Top Rank dropped him. They dropped their promotional commitment to him. You know, how happy you think they were when they saw him win that fight? Oh, sure
man.
How'd you like to be having dinner with Aram the next night? might not be the best company in the world for that particular dinner, but. Anyway, this guy represents everything in our culture. When we talk about the little train that could, we teach our kids, don't give up. There's always a chance. You can do this, you can do that. If you work hard, if you believe. Well, he believed. And he went in there and he won the heavyweight, one of the most coveted sports titles in the world. He won the heavyweight championship. I think people are still interested in that story. They want to see if it was real. They want to see if it was, if he can do it again. People want to see if Ruiz, this kid who looks like the main component of his diet was Snicker bars, right?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
They want to see if this guy was it a fluke? What the hell happened?
Yeah.
Or do we really believe in these stories? Can we tell these stories at bedtime to our kids about the underdog, the little train that could? Can we continue to tell these stories That's what's attached to this. That's that. So for me, it's more significant than the Fury Wilder fight in that way. And to me, you're going to have people that are going to come to see, can he do it again? Can he do it again? Can he beat the guy that looked like a freaking statue? And then we want to see, we love redemption. It's got everything. Oh my, you talk about you make a good movie, Ken. You know, the great Oliver Stones and all these freaking movie Coppola and all that. Well, what do they want? They want drama. They want different elements to make that movie. There's got to be an antagonist. There's got to be something to overcome. There has to be sorrow where the hero failed. Oh, he failed, but he came back. but he came back. He found a way back. You got that. You got the underdog on one side, and you got the guy who's the millionaire in London, the guy that looked the part, the guy that all his muscles were jumping out and gleaming at you, everything, and he gets knocked off his throne, gets knocked off his tushy, and a lot of people probably say, good. But guess what? In this country, there's one thing that we like as much as an underdog story, maybe more, a redemption story. So you got the underdog on one side, and you got the chance for redemption on the other. And I think that makes it a big fight for people to see, can this guy redeem himself? Because, you know, he lost more than money that night. He's got money. I mean, he's got so much money. Maybe that's part of his problem.
Well, he's about to get a lot more because he's getting guaranteed.
But now he's going to make a hell of a lot more. But now this is about more than money. Ken, this fight ain't about money for him. You know, maybe it's about that. Maybe for Ruiz, and that could be the thing that could do more damage than a left hook. Maybe now it's about like when Durant fought Leonard the first time. It was about this hungry kid from Panama finally getting his due. He finally got it. You know, even though he was a great lightweight champ, nobody really knew. And now he's fighting welterweight. He's fighting the Sugar Man. He's fighting the Golden Boy. And now he's finally getting his due. And he won, and he fought ferociously. Great. And so did Leonard, but he outfought him. He won that fight, and then you know what? He got his money. And his second fight was about money, and he wasn't the same guy because it was about money. Guess what it was for Leonard? Redemption. That's what I'm seeing here. You getting the picture now where I'm going? I'm seeing. Listen, I know a lot of people think Ruiz would do it again. And he could do it again. But for me, the things that you got to talk about, it's not the X's and O's. It's not just the jabs and the rights. It's not about just who puts water in the basement. Goes to the body. It's about this. It's about now maybe Ruiz is there for the money. He's getting paid. And he's finally getting paid. And he deserves it. The other guy got paid already. It's not about that. It's about pride. It's about, can he get his pride back? Can he walk down the street again and not get berated maybe, or not get howled at, or hear some of the things that maybe he never thought he was going to hear and he never heard before? It's about that.